Hello my beautiful people, welcome to another reading. I know I've not been on top of my readings here on YouTube, but I'm just starting out, so I really hope that you guys can bear that patience with me. In the meantime, I am live on TikTok and doing all sorts of readings elsewhere. The link is in the description if you want to check that out. Now today we are going to be looking at what is your person's current thoughts and feelings about you. This is a no contact, so if you've not been speaking to your person for whatever said time, this reading is for you. Now let's see, what are their current thoughts and feelings about you? You found this reading for a purpose. Now we have the Eight of Cups. My lovely, I really feel like your person has not moved on. If you feel as though they've moved on, if you feel like, oh, you know, they're looking at, you know, if you've been stalking them or feeling as though they've been talking to other women or that they just don't care about you anymore, this is completely false. I feel as though they're trying to portray this energy to you that they've moved on. They're trying to convince the world that they've moved on, but they haven't been able to convince themselves. It's almost like if they're partying, keeping themselves distracted, that's all that it is. It is distraction. And I do feel with the Five of Cups being in the reverse that they are still, you know what, they're holding on to this hope that you two will speak again to each other. I feel like there's a lot of regret in this man's energy. If they've done you dirty, or if they've done you wrong, or if you feel as though something was very unfair in that connection, you're absolutely right. And they just kind of wish that one day you two will be together again. With the Ace of Cups, they are waiting for a turnover with you, a new chapter with you, you know? They feel as though they did something wrong, they said something wrong, and they're in a lot of regret. I do feel as though sometimes they don't know exactly how to, you know, control their tongue, especially if the way that they communicate and their actions are uncomfortable towards you. They're very, very aware. They don't know how to control that though, okay? But they're going to make a difference. King of Pentacles, they're going to work hard to try change. I feel like right now they are distracting themselves and maybe doing whatever just to not think about you, although they know deep down that they're not over you. But going forward, I really feel as though you're going to hear back from this person. They're just in this energy of trying to figure it out and what to do. They might, you know, also be working really hard in regards to earning some extra cash and stuff like that. I won't be surprised if he's saving to kind of surprise you. I really wouldn't. Purity, they also know that they lost a really good thing. They know that you had genuine thoughts and feelings towards him or her. Take this to however it resonates to your situation. They genuinely feel that that connection was real. It was one of the most real connections that they ever had with anybody, and they took that for granted, and they're very much, you know, aware of this now. We've got trust and we've got truth. They also know, my lovely, they also know that going forward, if they were to ever commit to you again, they would need to show, they would need to prove that you can trust them, because you don't trust them anymore. Comment down below if this is resonating, but I really genuinely feel like you don't trust this person anymore. They lost it. They lost that right, you know, and they're working hard to be more honest with you, to be a more honest man. They know that that's how they need to be going forward if they ever want to rekindle anything with you, and they'll try. Look at that, healing chaos. They're so aware of the pain that they caused you. If they never apologize to you, if you feel as though you haven't had closure from this person, right, take it however it resonates. They genuinely feel like it's time for them to give you that closure. It's time for them to explain to you properly, apologize to you properly, because they know it's not fair. They know that you also deserve an explanation. They want to heal that part in you, you know. They're very aware that it was all unfair, that it all was in their favor as well. Like they were being very, very selfish, extremely selfish. You know, they know this. I also feel, my gorgeous, that they do think about you quite a lot. We've got imagine. I'm really getting this energy that they daydream a lot about you. There's a strong daydreaming energy, like even in the middle of work, even if they're in the middle of like a family gathering, I feel like they think about you quite often. If you have quite radiant skin, like golden skin tones of any form, I really feel there's something about skin here that they really, really loved about you. Even if you are gonna be like, what are you talking about, Sirena? Like, my skin is not perfect. Whatever that means, there's something about your skin, even if you didn't think it to be beautiful. They genuinely thought there was something radiant and beautiful about your skin. I also feel like your energy was so warm towards them that it's been very, very hard for this person to move on from. They haven't been able to find that warmth in anyone else. There's something so radiant about you, my lovely. Something so radiant, and look at that young and so passionate as well. You were so full of life. You were so kind. You were so loving, so supportive. I really feel like you're quite opposites, like you're quite different to him, but you kind of renewed a lot of faith in this person. Like if they ever felt like they couldn't do it, they now believe they can do it, and it's all thanks to you. You gave him some sort of confidence, or her some sort of confidence, you know, and now they feel lonely to the sea. They feel alone. They feel like they don't have someone who understands them the way that you did, and they just feel miserable. There's so much regret in this person's vision, you know. It's like, what did I do? I messed up something so good. Why did I do that? I am so stupid, you know, like that's how they, and you know what, my lovely, spirit is saying, allow them to feel that pain. Don't go and don't run to them straight away. Give it some time. Allow them to feel. Okay, we've got attraction. This person, I really feel, still looks at your pictures or social media if they have access to this. They're very much still in awe with your beauty. Okay, like I said to you, if you don't feel like you're that beautiful, trust me, you're stunning to this person. Your energy is almost, it's captivating, it's addictive. Okay, and they're very much like hung up on that. So I wouldn't be surprised if they still touch themselves to you. Yeah, we're not going to get into, you know, that kind of content because it's YouTube, but I won't be surprised if they still touch themselves to you. Okay, we've got, look at that, trust again. We've got trust here. We've got trust here. They are working, you know what they're thinking? They're thinking, what do I do to earn this person's trust again? How do I go about this? How do I approach them and prove to them that I'm not the way that I used to be? How do I prove that those mistakes that I had done once in the past won't ever be done ever again? They're kind of working on, you know, trying to prove themselves to you. You know, I won't be surprised if they do very, very soon. We've got pay attention to the red flags. My lovely, they are so aware that they're a problem. They're very aware that they're toxic, that they're not. It's almost like sometimes they say to themselves, what did she or what did they see in me? That's what they ask. What did they see in me? Like they're too good for me, you know, and they're aware that they're a problem. They're so aware that they're a problem. If in the past they weren't aware, because I'm really getting this energy of you told them everything that was wrong in that connection and they brushed it off. They feel like an avoidant personality to me. They brushed it off. They didn't take it seriously. And what spirit is saying is that going forward, they've learnt their lesson and that they're going to try to improve the situation. It is going to be baby steps. Don't expect a miracle overnight for them to just be a complete different person, but they're working towards changing their attitude. Okay, express your love, especially my lovely. I'm getting this energy that towards the end they might have been very cold and avoidant towards you, very distant towards you. They might have ghosted you, and they might have not actually told you the truth. I feel this person genuinely felt very strongly towards you, but they weren't really ready to say that, and they've learned. Look, forgiving and learning. If you can forgive them, it's giving me an energy of if you can forgive them and what they've done in the past, that they will literally spill their heart to you. Like, look, I'm really sorry for what happened, but I genuinely do care for you. I genuinely have strong feelings for you. I was just scared to admit it. And I feel he might be a little bit of a coward, or she, take it however it resonates as always. But I just feel as though they were a bit of a coward in terms of being honest and upfront. So it was easier to run away from that. It was easy to run away and just, avoid that kind of tension. But they are going to tell you, okay? If you allow them to be back in your life, they will tell you how they genuinely feel, and they will apologize for everything that they've done. We've got air sign. If this is you or your person, let me know. Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or this might be in your charts. If not, not too important. It's a general reading. So We've got challenges. Yeah, look, make a decision, work on inner healing. It's up to you, because I genuinely feel, whoever's watching this right now, that your person's going to come back for another chance. They're going to ask you, can we, go back to how we were? It's up to you if you want to accept this, okay? Inner healing and healing chaos. There's a lot about healing. And what Spirit is saying is, it's up to you if you want to protect your peace and you don't want to go through that route again, and you don't want to have to wait for a man to have to change for you. If you just want to move on, that's absolutely okay too. But if you want to give them another chance, it's going to have some hiccups on the road. It's going to be a little bit challenging. Don't expect it to be perfect. Remember, like I said, it's going to be baby steps. We have Earth sign. Okay, this might also make sense for some of you guys. We've got Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. If anyone is of these star signs, do let me know in the comments below. And we also have health issues could arise. Do you know what, my lovely, I really feel this is not like a bad illness, but I am getting that this person, especially sometime, and we're entering autumn period, I feel like they're going to get a flu or a cold or some sort of a sickness. And when they are bedbound, just blowing their nose or whatever, I feel like that is when they're going to think about you the most. It's this energy of, when someone is vulnerable, that's when they start rethinking a lot of life decisions. This is really common in human psychology. I genuinely feel when they're in that vulnerable situation, that is when it's all going to kind of come to them that they need you. They already know and acknowledge that they're not over you, but that's when they're going to come to terms that they need you. It's like you're their little lucky charm, their little good luck charm, and they're very aware of this, and they're not going to want to not have that. We have the energy is gaining momentum. Yeah, they're not even at their peak of missing you. Like, they miss you, but oh my god, they're gonna start missing you even more. Like, it's gonna be crazy, okay? Like, you're gonna get a phone call or a text message from this person. Show the real world the real you. Spirit is saying when he does call you or when they do contact you, don't be so forgiving, okay? Show them exactly how you felt, that misery that they put you through, all those like anxiety driven feelings that they invoked in you. Show them, be like, what, I did not enjoy that, and I'm not just gonna throw myself to you just because you want me now, right? Just because now he's regretting it, it doesn't mean that he has access into your life. Show him how you truly feel, which is hurt, annoyed, upset. Yes, you care for them, but you gotta allow. What Spirit is saying is basically they need to show their worth. They need to prove to you first before you jump into anything. So they have to jump through some hoops for you, okay? That's what they have to do. Jump through some hoops for you. Be, channel your inner bitch. That's what Spirit is saying. And communication is key. Yeah, you guys are going to have a really long talk about the past. I really feel this is something he already wants to do. That's already in their thought process of wanting to talk things out together with you. But this is what Spirit is also encouraging, that you guys talk things out between the two of you, okay? Communication is key. Now let us get some more messages on an ending note. Look at that. I regret what I did to you. What did I say, my lovely? All these messages are interlinked. There is a reason why this came out. There's a lot of regret in this man's energy. He's extremely upset with the way things turned out. And you know what, my love? He has no one to blame but himself, and he's aware of this. He's aware that there's no one to blame but himself, because it's not your fault. You did nothing but support him. That's what I feel in this energy. What did I say? I fantasized about you. I literally said with the attraction card that this man touches himself to you, okay? And he daydreams a lot about you. I'm telling you, he daydreams a lot about you. I knew you were the one when I met you. Yep, feelings were strong from the beginning. Feelings were so strong from the beginning, it made him run away. And I was selfish and stuck in my ego. Yep, he was thinking about himself. When it happened, he was thinking about himself. He was not thinking about the consequences. And now he is dealing with those consequences, okay? And there's so much regret. Spirit is saying allow him to feel the regret. Allow him to feel the pain. Okay, don't just run into his arms, okay? Allow him to go through this spiritual awakening. When he's genuinely learnt his lesson and he's proved to you through his actions that he's going to change and be a better man, do not go back to him. But remember, as always, the choice is yours to make. It's It's your free will, not mine. So that's just, you know, if I give you advice, you don't have to take it. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Do follow, as I'm going to be aiming to upload on a weekly basis. If you would like to follow me on TikTok, where I go live and do live readings, you can feel free to follow me there too. The link is down below if you want to check that out. And I hope to see you guys very soon. Have a lovely, blessed day. Sirena.